5 things that Bryan Danielson, aka Daniel Bryan, never accomplished during his time in WB, because Bryan Danielson began wrestling in 1999 and he became a top attraction for WB and currently in AEW after making a name for himself in Ring of Honor and other promotions. As one of the best ever, he's accomplished nearly everything in WB, just almost everything. In this video, we're going to break down what he did not, because he's likely going to finish up his wrestling career in AEW. He's already taken a backstage presence and roles within the company, so it's not very likely that he's going to be going back to WB time anytime soon. So at number 5, we have Roman Reigns. Yes, Bryan and Roman Reigns have teamed up several times in WB, but Bryan has never defeated Roman Reigns in a one-on-one match. Although Bryan's team has won a few 6-man tags and multi-man tags against Roman, Roman was never involved in the finish because someone else got pinned or submitted. In non-tag matches, Roman has always emerged victorious against Bryan. This includes at WrestleMania 37, where Roman beat Bryan and Edge in a triple threat, and ultimately on an episode of SmackDown where Roman ended Bryan's SmackDown career, which was at the time done to write him off of WWE television as his contract expired. At number 4, it was elevating the Intercontinental title, because the Intercontinental title used to be the workhorse title in the 1990s. But at this point in 2015, once he won the championship at WrestleMania 31 in a multi-man ladder match, it needed some prestige. And he was hoping to do exactly what John Cena did with the United States title, just with the Intercontinental title. However, Bryan Danielson had to vacate the title after just 40 days of winning it due to injuries from previous concussions. Bryan took a break from wrestling, but eventually announced his retirement due to medical reasons. He could not get cleared and was on the sidelines for multiple years until 2018 when he came back. At number 3, it's becoming King of the Ring, because Bryan appeared on and off with WWE from 2001 to 2003 before ultimately signing a full-time deal in 2009. He missed out on 2 tournaments in 2001, 2002, as he wasn't a regular part of the roster. He was just an enhancement guy, right? After signing with WWE in 2009, he had the opportunity to work 3 tournaments. First being in 2010, 2015, and finally 2019. Unfortunately, he had to vacate the IC title, as just previously discussed, due to injury in 2015, so that's out. Then, while yes, he did work the 2010 tournament, and he made it to the quarterfinals before losing to Alberto Del Rio. He's out. And in 2019, he had just finished up a great feud with Kofi Kingston for the WB Championship, and obviously, he was not going to be in that tournament because that was a mid-card to upper-card kind of tournament, and you don't do that when you're in the title match for the WB title. At number 2, win the Universal Championship, because Daniel Bryan never won that said title during his WB career. The belt was created in 2016, and at the time, Bryan was medically retired and serving as the GM of SmackDown. He had his first shot at the title, though, in 2019, once challenging The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, at Survivor Series. Bryan continued to compete for the belt up until his final match, in fact, as previously discussed, against Roman Reigns. In that match, Reigns put the title on the line. Bryan put on his SmackDown career at stake. Obviously, Reigns went over, ending Bryan's career without ever winning the Universal Championship. And at number 1, have you guessed it? Have you? Because it's winning the Royal Rumble. Yeah, he never did that. His biggest unaccomplishment feat was just winning this match. Now, don't get me wrong, he actually had multiple opportunities, 4 in fact, during his WB tenure. Unfortunately, he was never successful in it. In fact, his absence from the 2014 Rumble and early elimination from the 2015 Rumble, well, it led to those matches being considered disasters due to the fan reactions among those matches. Despite this, Bryan actually played a significant role in the World Heavyweight title run and even headlined WrestleMania 30 without winning the Royal Rumble. If you recall, that was where he had to beat Triple H in the opener before going on to beat Batista and Randy Orton to become maybe it was the undisputed WWE champion at the time, whatever they called it. Either way, nonetheless, winning the Royal Rumble. Well, yeah, it was a major goal for many, many stars. Bryan Danielson never achieved it. Let me know down below, what do you think of this list?